fight. That's what I like.
Oh, yes, this welterweight scrap is sizzling, boys. It's Platinum Mike Perry, always entertaining, taking on Daniel Rodriguez. This has to be fight of the night, but then again, it's tough to say because this card is stacked top to bottom with fights that could just earn that title. So I'm hard pressed to believe we will see much groundwork in this fight because I anticipate these boys bringing the bombs, meat variety. D-Rod is 13-2, had a nice 9-fight win streak, 3-0 in the UFC until he ran into Nicholas Dalby, who's just a tough veteran. And D-Rod was the favorite in that fight, though, as the odds makers respected his wins over Tim Means, Dwight Grant. But he's taking on Platinum Mike Perry, who, when clicking, is a guy who is not only super entertaining, but is also like a skilled fighter. I mean, lately has been pretty tough for Platinum. It seems like the guy has his challenges outside the ring, but when he's on, he's on. I mean, he's got wins over Danny Roberts, Cowboy Oliveira, Paul Felder, and he fought to a razor-thin split decision loss to Vicente Luque, who's simply on a tear. So his last fight was, though, against the aforementioned Tim Means, the Dirty Bird, and it was a fight where the Dirty Bird was pretty dominant. So what are your thoughts on this one? Does Mike Perry rebound over D-Rod, or does D-Rod rebound over Mike Perry?
Yeah, this is just such a fun fight, and the energy Mike Perry brings to the arena and his walkouts, I mean, they are always hysterical. I'm super excited. Platinum is a character, and D-Rod, he's been looking good in that last fight, but the guy he lost to, I mean, he's on a tear right now. Mike Perry, he's been looking good and hasn't stopped, even though his wife or girlfriend is his cornerman. He's still been looking like a top tier fighter. But I'm gonna go with Mike Perry. I like the energy. I hope he gets it done. I think he's gonna get it done. Even though Tapology isn't with me on this one, I'm feeling a little froggy and going with the underdog on this one.
Yeah, so you think Mike Perry's gonna, get everything straightened out and come in hot against D-Rod in this one? You mentioned Tapology, 75% is going with Rodriguez. It's pretty split. About half of it is brown. Maybe a lot of people are bullish on D-Rod being able to KO Platinum. 20% going with Mike Perry, and a decent bit of it is beige. So how do you see Mike Perry getting this one done? He is a sizable dog, as you mentioned. He's a plus 160 dog to minus 185 Daniel Rodriguez. So how do you think Mike Perry gets it done?
I could see it on the feet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he implements some wrestling and shows off that black belt skill of his and gets a TKO ground and pound, or maybe even a submission. I mean, D-Rod, he is training out of 10th Planet, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of a stalemate, but I think Perry is just an all-around better fighter. I'm just hoping that his head is in the right space and his girlfriend has trained him well.
Yes, super excited to catch some interviews and ultimately the weigh-ins too, because I think we can gauge a lot off of where Mike Perry might be at mentally, and if he appears sharp and locked in, then you definitely might be onto something, and it could be a juicy meat value stake. I am going to go with D-Rod in this one, though. I just think he's the longer fighter. I think the range might be key in this one. I think he's also going to have a strength advantage as well. So I'm going to go with D-Rod. I think he's going to get the decision. He is the older fighter, 34 years old. Mike Perry's 29. But I ultimately got to go with D-Rod in this one by decision. So any last thoughts on this welterweight scrap? This one is a banger.
No, yeah. I don't blame you. And also Mike Perry, it's a hit or miss, especially nowadays. So who knows? But I'm a fan, so I'm gonna go with the underdog on this one. I like those odds. But yeah, this is definitely, it has to be a fight of the night, I would assume. Super pumped for this one. I hope you meat boys are excited for this one. Also, throw in the comments who you guys like in this and why. Respond to all of them and make sure to smash subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the next video. Yo.